Ellen Pompeo's new Hulu series gets harsh Rotten Tomatoes audience score. With a Screen Actors Guild Award and a Golden Globe nomination to her name, Ellen Pompeo's iconic run as Meredith Grey on Grey's Anatomy has brought with it superstardom, with legions of doting followers supporting her every career move. However, her latest venture, Hulu's brand new fictionalized version of the Natalia Grace story, Good American Family, has done little to spark excitement from her fanbase. On review aggregator Rotten Tomatoes, Good American Family has suffered a poor start to life, earning a less than impressive 55% from critics and a much worse 28% audience score. These early responses, with the show only 4 episodes in to date, hint at a struggle to maintain viewership for the show, with a strong ensemble cast including Pompeo, Mark Duplass, and Imogen Faith Reed doing little to fend off the negative opinions. For Pompeo, sadly, poor Rotten Tomatoes reception is nothing new in a career hit by misfires. Besides her success on Grey's Anatomy and a strong audience reception to 2003's Old School, most of Pompeo's projects have fallen to negative reception on the review aggregator. This includes 39% for 2005's Life of the Party, 20% for 2004's Art Heist, 54% for 2003's Undermined, and a 54% rated feature film debut with 2000's In the Weeds. However, this will mean little to an actress who has chiseled a career from one legendary performance, with Meredith Grey being one of the most famous procedural characters of all time. Although critics and audiences may have reacted poorly to it, for Pompeo, working on a series like Good American Family has made for a welcome change to all of her work on Grey's Anatomy. As the titular Meredith Grey, Pompeo has carved an impressive and long-lasting career, albeit one that perhaps might feel somewhat stale after 2 decades in the role. In an interview with Collider's Taylor Gates, Pompeo opened up about the differences between the two characters, saying, "I think that the character of Christine is someone I could disappear into. She's completely different in every way, different sounding, different looking. This is exactly what the Massachusetts-born star wanted," adding, "As an actor, that's what you hope for, right? Someone who dresses different, looks different, sounds different, has different emotions." Ellen Pompeo's Good American Family has been hit with negative reviews on Rotten Tomatoes. For more updates on the latest shows, make sure to stay tuned to Collider. Ellen Pompeo is no stranger to the spotlight. After nearly 2 decades as the face of Grey's Anatomy, the actress took a bold step into new territory with her highly anticipated Hulu series, Redwood. But while expectations were sky-high for Pompeo's first major project since scaling back her role on Grey's, it seems the audience reception has been less than favorable. The show's debut on Rotten Tomatoes reveals an unexpectedly low audience score, raising questions about what went wrong and whether Redwood can course-correct. The hype leading up to Redwood. When Redwood was first announced, the buzz was electric. Billed as a tense psychological thriller with a touch of medical drama, an obvious nod to Pompeo's Grey's roots, the show promised intrigue, mystery, and a powerful leading performance. The premise followed Dr. Evelyn Harper, a surgeon-turned-small-town investigator who unravels dark secrets buried beneath the picturesque facade of Redwood, California. Fans of Grey's Anatomy were eager to see Pompeo in a fresh yet familiar role, and Hulu positioned Redwood as one of its tentpole series for the year. With a strong supporting cast, including A-list guest stars and up-and-coming talent, expectations were through the roof. The marketing campaign leaned heavily on Pompeo's star power, emphasizing her return to television in a capacity beyond Grey's Anatomy. Hulu seemed confident it had a hit on its hands. The Rotten Tomatoes reality check. The excitement, however, didn't translate into audience approval. Upon Redwood's debut, the Rotten Tomatoes audience score settled at a disappointing 32%, a stark contrast to the critics' more forgiving, but still mixed 57% rating. Fans took to social media to voice their concerns, with many citing pacing issues, weak writing, and an overall lack of originality. The harshest critiques pointed at the show's muddled execution. What was promised as a suspenseful and thought-provoking mystery instead felt meandering and predictable. Some viewers also felt that Pompeo's performance, while solid, wasn't enough to carry the weight of a poorly structured storyline. Ellen Pompeo is the best part of this show, but even she can't save it from the slow, uninspired storytelling, one user review stated. Another called Redwood a beautiful show with nothing interesting to say. Where Redwood fell short. Several factors seem to have contributed to the lukewarm audience reception. Pacing problems. Many viewers complained that Redwood took too long to get to the heart of its mystery. The first few episodes were accused of being unnecessarily slow, leading to dwindling interest. Overly familiar tropes. The series was marketed as fresh and innovative, but audiences felt it leaned too heavily on predictable mystery drama cliches. Comparisons to similar and better executed shows like Mare of Easttown and Sharp Objects only hurt Redwood in the long run. Lack of depth in supporting characters. While Pompeo's presence was celebrated, the supporting cast didn't receive the same praise. Critics and fans alike felt that the characters surrounding Dr. Harper were underdeveloped, making it hard to invest in the larger story. Mixed tonal execution. The balance between medical drama, psychological thriller, and small-town noir didn't gel smoothly. Some viewers found the show trying to be too many things at once, leading to tonal inconsistencies. Can Redwood recover? Despite the tough start, Redwood is not necessarily doomed. Some shows have rebounded from a poor initial reception. With several episodes still left in the season, there is a chance for redemption if the writing tightens up and the mysteries become more compelling. Additionally, streaming platforms have the advantage of flexibility. Hulu may choose to rework its marketing strategy, focusing more on what audiences do like. Pompeo's commanding presence, and the show's atmospheric cinematography. There's also the possibility of a second season course correction if the showrunners take feedback into account. The bigger picture. What this means for Ellen Pompeo. Ellen Pompeo has spent years as television royalty, but her departure from Grey's Anatomy was always going to be a risk. Moving from a long-running medical drama to a new venture was a bold move. And while Redwood may not be the instant success fans hoped for, it doesn't necessarily mark a career misstep. If anything, the reception to Redwood highlights the challenges actors face when breaking away from iconic roles. Pompeo's talent remains undeniable, but even the most beloved stars can't always guarantee a flawless transition. The real test will be how she and the creative team behind Redwood respond to the criticisms. For now, Redwood is struggling to find its footing. Whether it becomes an underdog success story or fades into the crowded streaming landscape remains to be seen. But one thing is certain, Ellen Pompeo's television journey is far from over, and fans will be watching closely to see what she does next.